Okay, well, we are going to talk about sugar tonight, ladies. How's that sound? Good? Awesome. Oh, good. I'm glad you all are here. We'll have some more ladies popping in here, so I'll let people in as they come. But I am grateful you were here on time. And we know we were doing drawings all night long. And the first one was going to be at 6 or 7, depends on what time zone you're in, sharp. So we're going to get that one going here because 3 of you were here at 6 o'clock sharp. So that's pretty cool. Lisa, Tina, and Kathy, right? Yeah, because Amy and I'm getting Renee on the list for the next 15 minutes. So, all right. So, pick a number between 1 and 50. All right. Okay. So Lisa, pick a number between 1 and 50. Can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
7.
7. Oh, awesome. So on the list, you, Lisa, was between 5 and 10. So Lisa wins the first one. How's that? Nice. You drew your own name. Go figure. I love it. Okay. And for those of you who can unmute because you're in a quiet space and it's all good, this is going to be an open dialogue the entire time. So yeah, I'm going to present some stuff to you, but I seriously want you guys to talk, answer questions, get involved, and make this something really great so that it can really give you things to take with you from here, not just me, talking. So please, if you can unmute because I want spontaneous answers when I ask you questions. Okay. First of all, thanks a million for being here. I am grateful for that. I'm going to be sharing my screen. And we do have a chat open. So if anybody wants to put things in the chat, Tina says sugar is her new nemesis. So I'm sure for a lot of us, that's the case. Maybe we just haven't admitted it yet, but those of us who are here probably have, right? So Tina, thanks for putting it that way. It kind of sets the tone for, you're right. We're fighting against that sucker, right? So I am going to screen share so we can get started with the workshop, and I will just let gals in as they come. And then I am going to set my timer for every 15 minutes so that I don't forget to do the drawings. Sound good? So we're, let's see, timer. So there we go. First the next drawing will be at 6:15. So, all right, ladies, let me grab my screen so we can share that. All right, the ladies in the program who are here kind of know I'm not always good at sharing my screen or remember to hit record. So, all right, we are screen sharing and we're already recording, so we're all set. But I will send out this replay. So if you're not able to stay the whole time or you want to share it with somebody, it is going to be available to do that. So there you have it. That's going to be the first thing. You'll be able to have this to reference back to. It's hard to remember things. Often in the Flip This Chick program, I'm often saying nothing matters till it matters. So you may not hear me say it until you're like, hey, there was something she said about that. So I always share the PDFs we review weekly. And in this workshop, I'm going to share this because I want you to be able to reference it, go back to it. You committed time to it now, so you deserve to have this information. So we will get started. Everybody up for learning about sugar, how it affects us, and exactly what to do with it, how to change it? You feeling that? Okay, perfect. All right, then we shall begin. Having a hard time making sure I can see you and still move the slides for you guys. So, okay. So what we're actually going to cover tonight in this next hour is what's so bad about sugar anyway, and how to find those hidden sugars because they're everywhere, and what really happens to your body and brain when we get too much of it. And then the not so sweet facts about artificial sweeteners, those are going to kill us. So we're going to talk about that. And the practical ways to kick sugar so you can naturally lose weight and feel better. It causes so much inflammation, and we'll talk about those things. And then at the end, I'm going to give you an option to continue on with me, kicking sugar, and you can take what you've learned here tonight or move forward with us, or take what you learn and run with that yourself if you feel like that's enough. So then we'll have time for questions and answers. And like I said, every 15 minutes, we're doing a drawing. We have the timer set, only 6 minutes left to the next one. And the prizes are going to be your chance to go to the Etsy Flip This Chick shop and pick whatever you want in it, and I'll send it to you. Okay? So if you haven't visited that yet, there are tank tops and water bottles and lots of fun stuff, notebooks, notepads, lots of fun stuff. So you can order what you want, order it in your size, all those things. So, you know, that's exactly what we got coming. Lisa has a tank top coming her way already because
I've got a lot of their apparel. I shouldn't say apparel, but I've got a bag. I've got the journal. I've got the mat.
yeah. Yeah, that gym bag's awesome. So that's something too. A beach bag, gym bag, whatever you want to call it. Renee just got back to Florida, so maybe she needs a gym bag. So that is fantastic. So anyway, that is what we're going to cover tonight. So I hope that sounds like things that are going to be good for you guys. And then the time's going to be well spent. So for those of you who don't know me or just tuning in for the first time to Flip This Chick, thanks for coming. I just want to share a little bit about me so that you know what the heck I'm doing here and why I can tell you all about this and how to do something different. Is I am a mother of 4 boys. That's on the top of my list because it is my most important achievement in life. And those boys are full grown and have kids of their own. So now I'm a grandma to 4 and now another one on the way. So we just keep stacking them up. I call them my Fantastic 4. And as they were the Tuesdays, then they were the my 3 wishes. Now they're the Fantastic 4. The next group is going to be the party of 5. So my family loves that. All my license plates say that. And so I've already ordered the next one and we're good to go. But that is really my sole purpose in life, is to do the best I can for them and for people being healthy so that we can all stay around for those kids and grandkids longer. And I'm committed to that. So I was a personal training manager, ran the training division for health clubs, workout world across the state of Minnesota for years. And then at 55, while I was in the real estate world, I hit menopause at the same time. I was actually a marathon runner and continued to do that and still put on 25 pounds because of menopause. So, you know, it's not because if you're putting weight on and menopause hit you, it's not because you're not doing something, because even when you're doing something, it still does something. Okay. And that's a lot of somethings, but menopause sucks. So we got to change that. So, you know, everybody give me you know, some fire in the chat if you're feeling like menopause is just giving you too much of something. Okay. Now, are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure of that. Now, if I pull up the chat, do you see the chat or do you see my screen still? I don't want to cover up. You just see that, right? You just see the screen. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to miss anything that you're saying in the chat. So it's hard to do all the things, right? Okay. So anyway, then I did find myself frustrated, overweight, and confused. And I went from being fit. I was a personal trainer myself, trained the trainers. I did the marathons. I was fit, strong, healthy, and had that hourglass shape, the bikini body, all the things. And then menopause struck. And in a matter of 3 years, I packed on 25 pounds, had an apple shape all of a sudden, had to shop in different stores for my clothes. And I was still running marathons. I did an ultra marathon in the middle of having that 25 pounds. So it's not because I changed my habits. So rest assured, some of what might be happening to you, the sugar cravings, the extra weight gain, it's all what comes about. And so we'll have some of those solutions for all these things as we come along. But also, I want you to know that I've been there where you're at with having frustration with sugar cravings and such. And that's why I put together this workshop today. So next up is, let's talk about what sugar really is, okay? And I'm going to kind of browse through these slides that are just the nuts and bolts really quick. And then we're going to do the stuff you need to know a little bit slower. So I just think it's really important to educate, because if we don't know something, we can't change it. And once we learn something, no one can take that from us. So that's the beauty of knowledge. And that's why I always try to spill over the knowledge that I have to everyone that I connect with, so that you can learn a little bit and change a little bit. And those simple habit shifts can really change your life. So what is sugar? Sugar is the general name of the sweet tasting carbohydrates, and it's found in all types of foods. The different types of sugar itself are called fructose, lactose, maltose, and glucose. They're all glucose in your body, but the types are that, and all carbs and sugars break down into glucose in our body. That's what we get energy from, okay? So it's not a bad thing, we need it, but the amounts of it and how we take it in is important, okay? So next up, and I'm hesitating because we're about to get the timer go off and do another drawing. So let me make sure I have everybody in here, because now we have more people in and I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, so let's see. All right, here's how we're doing it. Amy, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 60, and you'll pick the winner. How's that?
Okay.
Amy,
Here, I'll put my video back on. Oh, can you hear me?
yeah, pick a number
Oh,
between
okay.
1 and 60.
1 and 60,
Mhm.
49, 49.
Oh, nice. Renee. Renee wins. Awesome. Awesome. This is a good trick. It's not the same numbers at all. I reassign them. So don't be thinking you're going to figure out how to win. I'm on it. Okay. So, but I am resetting the timer 15 minutes so that we don't lose track of that. Okay. So this workshop isn't about a no carb life. That's not the thing. I'm not somebody who's going to say, go keto, no carbs, or worrying about the sugars in whole foods like carrots and things like that. We are focusing on the quality of sugar that we're eating and limiting the refined sugar, processed sugar, hidden sugars, and reduce those as our first step in kicking sugar. Okay. That is going to be the most important. And you're not going to believe how we're going to find out how much sugar is in stuff tonight. It's crazy. But refined sugar itself is what you think of as table sugar. Okay. When you see it, let's see, you're not going to believe it. Here, I actually have this right here. This is what we're talking about when we're saying, hey, let's limit that. You know, there's refined sugar is what's made from sugar cane, but then they produce it and they strip the minerals out of it and add, you know, GMO stuff is going on in there, unsafe herbicides are going on in there. They take away the stuff, strip it, bleach it, do all these crazy things to it. And that's the sugar that they're adding to stuff. Okay. So that's the stuff I'm going to talk about trying to get out of our life. Okay. Because I really suggest eating pure cane sugar. It's not a bad thing. Okay. Our body needs some healthy energy. But today, sugar actually dominates our food supply in biscuits, bread, cake, soft drinks, even tomato sauce, when you don't think of sugar in things like that, salad dressing, marinades, rice, and even toothpaste. Like, who would think that? Did you know there's sugar in toothpaste?
No.
Yeah, no way. I have no idea. So, although I use charcoal toothpaste, so there's probably not sugar in that, but, and that's the thing. If anybody caught the top 10 tips, last week, charcoal toothpaste is a great thing to get your teeth really white. I was talking about that in the top 10 tips to fit into your little black dress. And so if you didn't catch that, go back to our community and check it out, because there's some great tips in there too. So some of the ways sugar is in disguise, I'm going to just browse through this, you guys, is brown sugar, buttered syrup, cane juice, caramel, date sugar, dehydrated corn juice, dextrose, fructose, glucose, maltose, molasses, raw sugar, sorbitol, sucrose, lactose, malt syrup. They'll put different things on a label so that you don't notice it's sugar. Okay. And so that's why I wanted to put this in here, because they're getting sneaky. Okay. And I'll show you how to really discover, how to really know what's in there. We'll talk about that.
I have a question.
Good.
I just noticed on the sugar list was xylitol. Xylitol is not good.
Well, no, that's an artificial. And so I first want to say that I'm not saying something isn't good at all. I'm saying we need to limit things. And xylitol is like an artificial sweetener.
Okay.
And so like aspartame, sucralose, things like that, xylitol, it's often in gum.
Yes.
And so that, you know, yeah, those are things that you want to avoid.
Okay.
But, you know, funny you say that, because this is high fructose corn syrup is the only one I'm going to tell you, avoid it like the plague. Like, seriously, check the food label. If it says high fructose corn syrup, just don't consume it. Also, if it says sucralose or aspartame, don't consume it. Those things are not safe. But that's what's found in soft drinks and processed foods. And you know, it's processed by the liver differently than real sugar. And so if we eat real sugar, our body knows what to do with it. It sends it to use it for energy. But when we start consuming this stuff that's not real food, our body has no clue what to do with it. And it's this particular thing, high fructose corn syrup, that has increased intestinal issues, inflammation, allergies, IBS, autoimmune disease. We have that in the mix right now, right? And it drives obesity like nothing else, because your body doesn't recognize that you got the sugar you needed because it's not real. So it makes you want something else. And it's sweeter and cheaper than real sugar, so they use it for everything. So this is just buyer beware, okay? So what happened is we started out long ago as low sugar humans. And I want to cover this just so you know that, like, sugar wasn't a bad thing. Long ago, we needed to store things and we needed to get sugar. But that's when we got the real thing, you know, and the average years ago was 20 tablespoons in a year. Now it's 17 teaspoons a day. I'm sorry, it was 20 teaspoons a year. Now it's 17 teaspoons a day. And do you know the average teenager consumes 42 teaspoons a day? That's crazy. Wait till I show you how much sugar is in the stuff you're eating too. We've got that going on tonight. So that, you know, we have evolved. The thing was that insulin was designed to store away sugar for us, which was fat. And that's because we needed it in the winter. We needed it when there was no food available. But our bodies have not evolved to do that differently. So it still does that. And so we have to be wary of how much we consume, because we're no longer out hunting all day. We're no longer out doing stuff. We're sedentary. And we have supermarkets that have food everywhere. You can get it in 2 minutes. You don't have to worry that you have to store the fat to call it back from later, right? So now, because there is no need to store it, we should be eating more purposefully and fueling forward just for what we're about to do. Not for, oh my gosh, I better get this. It's going to be all winter, right? You're just like, hey, what am I going to do over the next 4 hours? I need to eat and fuel my body for that. Even as a marathon runner, you guys, in the 15 years I ran marathons, 1 to 3 marathons a year, I did not ever carb load, not once, not the night before, not during long runs, ever. I'm like, everybody's like, oh, do you carb load? I bet you get, no, I don't. Because I bring the fuel I need with me. I fuel daily. My body has the resource. It knows what to do. You don't ever have to store sugar and fat. Just consume what your body needs. And that way it'll get rid of what it doesn't. You'll no longer store fat. It's a beautiful thing. Like, seriously. The ladies in Flip This Chick see that happen in just a few weeks, right? So we are still the same as our ancestors, just like I said, kind of get ahead of myself because I know the stuff and I'm just excited about it. But we do have a more sedentary life and we are chronically stressed. So stress raises cortisol. Cortisol is a fat storing hormone, and insulin is the fat storing hormone too. So when you combine those together, now we're just storing fat left and right. And that's not cool. We don't sleep enough. That sets off our other hormones that get everything out of whack. And now we're eating too much sugar, we're storing too much fat, and we just don't feel good. Does anybody else feel like they just don't feel good? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. What sugar does to your brain and body is crazy. It gets your blood sugar out of whack. Insulin, too much sugar starts to create insulin resistance. And then what happens is you actually need more sugar in order to accomplish the same energy level that you got from a little bit before. And that's not cool. So studies have even shown that the connection between sugar and high blood pressure and heart disease is enormous. Excess sugar intake obviously is associated with weight gain. And it's going to give us cavities. It's going to do all the things. That's a lot. It's a lot. There's just a lot going on in your body when you consume it and you can't keep up with it. The most important thing that I just mentioned was the more you consume, the more your body needs to get the same reaction. And that's not cool because now, you need to keep giving yourself more. Sugar actually depletes your body of nutrients because all the vitamins, minerals, and fiber have been stripped from refined sugar, like I talked about when they're making that high fructose corn syrup or they're doing this kind of sugar. You want to know why I bought this? I bought this whole container so I could show you how much sugar is in things you eat on a daily basis. And look how much is empty. So I'm about to show you that stuff. It's frightening. So the thing is, your body has to pull on its own reserves of vitamins and minerals in order to break down the sugar. So that's why then you deplete the vitamins and minerals in yourself. And in the Flip the Chick program, we make sure the first thing we do is add vitamins, magnesium, things like that, so that you have the energy you need to immediately start feeling better. That's so important. Sugar's impact on the body is a weakened immune system because sugar suppresses white blood cells for up to 5 hours every time you consume it, which leads to chronic infections. Cardiovascular disease, it contributes to inflammation, and inflammation is the disease it causes disease of all kinds. If your body is inflamed, that's what you get. Hypoglycemia, who gets hangry if they haven't eaten? Anybody? You ever get like, if you don't have something to eat, you get hungry and like, frustrated? Anybody? Raise your hands if you don't feel like screaming. Yeah. So fatigue, lack of concentration, mood swings, shaking, sweating can be signs of blood sugar imbalance. And hey, you know what? let's just talk about the fact that when I was in my 20s, I drank 6 cans of RC Cola a day. And within an hour and a half, I was shaking. Now, it's not that my body wasn't fit. I was active, I was young, I was all the things, but I was addicted to that sugar and had to say, oh my God, I've got to stop. And this isn't good. Like I was literally shaking every hour and a half. We'll talk about that in a minute, how, it's as bad as cocaine. Sugar's impact on your body can also create type 2 diabetes because the receptors no longer respond to insulin. Oh my gosh. Then that's what I meant. When you consume it, you have to just consume more. Depression comes from too much sugar because sugar messes with your serotonin levels. Does anybody know what raises serotonin? Anybody?
Working out.
Yes, exercise. She's a winner. Yes. If you are feeling depressed or sad or anything, move your body. I don't care if it's running circles in your kitchen, walking around the block, doing some jumping jacks, anything. I swear to God, for those who suffer from depression, frustration, any of the things, move your body and the serotonin will kick in and elevate and it will change your brain's mood. But sugar messes with it the other way. So even if you're walking and working out and doing all the things, but you're consuming all this sugar, you're going to have those depressed moods come and go. And yeah, none of us want that. Weight gain, obviously. Sugar triggers the release of insulin, which is that fat storing hormone. I said it. Insulin and cortisol are the things we need. We actually need the hormones. Like hormones aren't a bad thing. It's just when we get too much of them that they don't work for us. Okay. And if you think you're addicted to sugar, the reality is you actually are. Studies found that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. I'm sure you guys heard that because that was going around years ago. And it's true. When we eat foods that contain a lot of sugar, a massive amount of dopamine is released into the brain's reward center. And the bad news is what happens is you have to consume more and more and more in order for that dopamine to get to the level that you want to feel good. It's not cool. Here's how it works. We end up on this blood sugar roller coaster and you eat it and then you get your insulin goes up and then you start storing fat and then you get mood swings and brain fog, but you had some energy. So you felt good for a second and then you crash and then you're like, oh crap, I don't feel good. So then you have to get some more of it. And then that happens again. And the more of it you get, the worse the side effects are. Suddenly it's a brain fog, fatigue, depression, all the things. And you're like, oh, I feel like crap. Oh, this cookie will help. That coffee will help. The wine will help. All the things with sugar.
And then
Now you heard the buzzer go off, so I'm not going to slack on that. We have to come up with a number. Renee, give me a number between 1 and 60.
17.
17 is Tina. How's that? Tina, you can go on to the Etsy shop, Flip This Chick Etsy shop, and I'll send you guys a link to it so you'll be able to find it and choose anything you want. Let me know what it is and I will send it your way. Sound good?
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome. That's the fun part. I love shopping. Okay, so sugar is stressful. The blood sugar roller coaster we were just talking about causes enormous chemical stress on the body. It's like you're in flight mode all the time. And that constant stress actually ages us. And, a few gals in here can be a testament to the fact that even after a few weeks of eating healthier, your skin looks better, you feel better, you look younger. Like, seriously, it's incredible. And part of that is that we ditch sugar, not even purposely. Like, I don't ever say you can't have sugar. We say, hey, have this and have this and have this. Talk about what you can have, not what you can't have. I'm just trying to educate you on what to work around so that we can then come up with the things to actually do instead. It contributes to disease, and that triggers all kinds of things as we get older, and we don't want it. The one thing that can have the biggest impact on your health is if you get off of that roller coaster and simply have balanced blood sugar, for real. And how we do that is, eating more on an even keel. Kicking sugar is the key to weight loss, more energy, better sleep, less stress, healthier digestion, happy hormones, overcoming cravings, a strong immune system, which is the most important, balanced moods, no more dieting, clear skin, and reduced chronic disease. Holy gosh, we're up for all those things, I know. Because everybody here tonight has health and wellness on their mind. It feels good to feel good. And this can help. Some of the artificial sweeteners I wanted to really talk about and just be really bold about it is aspartame and sucralose. To be honest, I thought aspartame was taken off the market 20 years ago when they told us it causes cancer. Unfortunately, a month ago when I got to my mother's house, she had bottled water in her pantry that was flavored bottled water. And I always check everything. I check every label. I do all the things. And she has cancer. And so I take it upon myself to make sure she doesn't introduce anything that's not good for her. So every time I visit, I'm like checking all the things. She doesn't like just plain water. So, my brother and sister and stuff, they'll buy her flavored water to get her to drink more fluid because she's just too dehydrated. And so in an effort to try to help her drink, that's what we do. Well, there is bottled water on the shelf at Walmart that has aspartame in it. And I'm like, what? I thought that was gone a long time ago. So shame on them. I found the manager at Walmart here in town and I went to talk to him. I said, you need to make sure that gets off the shelf. And my son lives in Bentonville, Arkansas, the home of Walmart. So I will be talking to them next. But I was shocked. So there must have been a duration of time where people were noticing it. And so they kept it off the market, but it's back. So be wary and check, please. Aspartame does cause cancer. It is dangerous and not cool. So please. And that's why Splenda and Equal both came off the market. But then I want you to know about sucralose. Okay. Here's the thing. Sucralose has not been identified like aspartame to cause cancer in humans. I did some further research on it because I steer clear of it. And I wanted to be able to tell you some facts. Sucralose hasn't been identified as causing cancer in humans because it caused so much cancer in lab animals. It's not ethical for them to test it on humans. That's why we don't have the test to say sucralose causes cancer in humans. So please don't consume sucralose ever again. If I only get you to do one thing, check labels and just throw stuff away that's in your house right now that has that in there, because it's in almost everything. It's found in diet food, soft drinks, water, all the things. Okay. Woohoo. Goodness. Okay. But what is okay to have? I need to tell you that. First of all, pure cane sugar is okay to have. Pure cane sugar is fine. Your body will know what to do with it. It'll use it for energy. It's a good thing. So if you're going to cook, go buy raw pure cane sugar and use it. If you're going to eat, have pure cane sugar. And you can see in things, there are waters and stuff like that that say right on there, pure cane sugar. Then stevia is a thing. It is a great alternative. It's natural and derived from the leaf of the stevia plant. So it doesn't appear to impact insulin levels. They haven't seen that it does that. So look for stevia in things. If ever we hear that something's different about that, I'll be the first one to tell the world. But these are the two things that I look for, is pure cane sugar or stevia. And I feel good about using those, and I'm sharing that. Carrie says she recently bought mineral water and it had aspartame. Yeah, you returned it to the store. I'm glad that you took it back and didn't just put it in the trash.
It
Yeah.
was actually my husband, because I would have looked at that in the store, but
Yeah. Right?
when I read it, I said, we can't drink this. We have to take it back.
Is it, and how crazy, what store did you buy that at?
I want to say it was probably Ralph's.
Okay, so there's yet another brand, another store brand that is carrying that. I just wanted to know if it was Walmart only, and so it's not.
No.
It
And I don't
sounds like
remember the type of water it was, but it was probably like a store label.
exactly, and that's what this was. It was Sam's label, Walmart label water.
Crazy.
So shame on them. And thanks for sharing that. It's good to know that it's not just in one place. So we need to really keep an eye out, ladies.
Well, and can I share that there are some coffee places that I've been to here in California where I live that still have the little packets of Splenda and what was the other one you mentioned? Because and they tried to give them to me. And I was like, no, I'm actually just going to throw those away if you give them to me. So I don't want them. And they didn't
You
even
should have said, actually, can I have the whole box?
I actually took a couple just so I could show people, but it's like they didn't even have cane sugar like in a packet for me. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's fun. It's amazing. I don't know that they even still sell this. So how do they even have it? It alarms me, but they shouldn't. So, all right, now we're going to shift. This is the good stuff. Here's what we can do about it. Okay. We have that foundation of what it is, what it does to us. Now that I have y'all freaked out, I want to tell you what you can do about it. The first thing I want to do though, I wanted you to know that's coming. So there is some good news ahead. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to show you how much sugar is in the things we actually consume on a daily basis. Okay. So I'm going to start first with some stuff that you probably don't consume, but just so you know it. So like a pop, okay, soda, whatever you call it. Obviously, we know there's tons of sugar in this. This lists 50 grams of sugar in 1 cup. So I want you to know this is how much sugar is in a glass. If this glass was 12 ounces in here, that's how much of it is sugar in a soda that you're drinking. So then let's go for something healthy, we think, and choose apple juice. Okay, this has 27 grams of sugar. So here's how you can do the math really quick in the store. 4 grams of sugar is a teaspoon. Okay, so anytime, so just divide it by 4 and be like, am I willing to have, let's see, I can't even do the math right now. 2, 5, 6, 7 teaspoons of sugar in a glass of apple juice. Then, okay, I wanted to talk about some things like just tomato soup. And this is vegan. This is healthy. This is plant powered, all the good things, everything about it. And it still has 17 grams of sugar in this tiny container.
Wow.
So now let's talk about stuff that you think. An iced coffee. How many drink iced coffee? Does anybody? Oh, good. I bet your kids do, or your friends do, or your spouses do. Iced coffee has 40 grams of sugar, 10 teaspoons of sugar in this. Actually, yeah, in this, I was like, is it 2 servings? Actually, yeah, in this. Like, that's almost getting to be the size of the container itself. Okay, now, here's where the shocking stuff happens. This is healthy, naked juice, high protein. Let's read it. Naked, protein, 30 grams of protein, no sugar added. And it actually has 50 grams of sugar in it.
Wow.
No.
Crazy. So here we are trying to choose something healthy and even getting 30 grams of protein in it. Here's another choice for 30 grams of protein, ladies. This 32 grams of protein has only, oh, it has no sugar, zero. Actually, I thought it was 1, but no, it's 0. Okay, so,
Can you make yourself bigger because it's hard to see what you're holding up?
oh yeah,
Or stop sharing maybe for a moment.
yeah, let me do it here. Got it? Now you can see me?
Yeah.
Okay, look. Okay, so this is naked, 50 grams of sugar. This is, and 30 grams of protein, 32 grams of protein, and 0 sugar. It also does not have sucralose or aspartame. It has, let me tell you the kind of sugar that it, the sweetener that's in it. There isn't. They don't need it. It's just good. There isn't. There isn't. It's 0. Like there isn't. We don't really need to add that. Okay. So, and just while we're on the topic, we will talk about some snacks and stuff later, but you know, this is a great option that's not perishable, doesn't have to be refrigerated. You can take it to go. Now, I typically use a protein powder also, and I can like share that with you, whatever, you know, if you have that, just always, you know, like let me know. Text me. I texted you today. I emailed you. Let me know what things you need more information on. But this is a great one. I buy 1 4-pack a week so that I can sometimes spontaneously grab and go if I have to. Set yourself up for success. Okay, the last share I have is low fat yogurt mousse. This much of it is sugar. How crazy is that? 22 grams. So how fun was that? Like I used that whole container of sugar with that stuff. And I'll have you know, I'll be throwing all that out. So I just need, it was like a science project for me. I'm like, I am going to show them. Because, you know, here's the thing. We know this is bad, but by golly, I wanted to show you the things that we think we're making better choices with, like this and this. Shame on them. They aren't serving us. So let's get back to that screen because this is where the good stuff is. Okay, I'm going to tell you, oops, we're going to draw first. We're going to draw first. Where's my list? Okay. Okay. Tina, you didn't pick a number, did you?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Tina, pick a number between 1 and 60. Please.
17.
That's you.
Oh.
I'll take it. You can win twice. You can win twice. I don't want anybody thinking they can't still win and go like, oh, I'm done. I can't win again. Yes, you can. You can win every 15 minutes. So there. All right. Congrats. You get to pick 2 things on the website. Okay. I love it. You picked yourself. That's awesome. Okay, so the top 10 tips to kick sugar. This is, hopefully you guys all tune in on Tuesdays for my top 10 tips with Flip This Chick. If you don't, please start checking out the community because every Tuesday at 10 a.m. I share the top 10 tips so that you can learn new ideas on how to be healthy and you know, make simple habit shifts to get healthier and feel better. So tip number 1.
Can I ask where we find that?
Yes, thanks for asking, Carrie. And in the
It's actually Kari.
Oh, Kari, thanks.
Okay.
I should have asked. Okay, Kari. It is the Flip This Chick community on Facebook. Okay. And so you can find it, search it, or I will send you an invite today so that you can get in there. And actually, I think in your email, there's a link at the bottom that goes right to the community.
Okay,
So
I'll check it.
try
Thanks.
that. Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So tip number 1, let's check it out. Drink water. Often sugar cravings are a sign of dehydration. So drink a large glass of water and then wait 5 minutes. See then if you still have the craving. And then also too much caffeine mimics a blood sugar crash. And so you're high for a bit, but then you come crashing down and crave sugar. Caffeine, even if it doesn't have sugar in it, so a big cup of coffee or a green tea that's sugar-free makes us crave the sweet things. Okay, so keep that in mind. Same with alcohol. And of course, then I'm not even go in the numbers of how much sugar is in a glass of wine. So if you want to have a cocktail or something like that, choose something like a vodka or choose something like a seltzer water or something like that that isn't going to have the sugar in it. So that if you need that, at least it's a little bit cleaner option. So do you guys get enough water on a daily? You're good at that? Renee, you're not. Tina, how about you?
I try to be, but some days I'm good and some days I'm not. I'm rarely ever thirsty, and I find it really boring.
You sound like my mother. Yeah, she says the same thing. Here's the thing. All right, well, pardon me for a minute. I'm going to show you a couple things that I didn't even plan, but sorry about that. Here's the thing. There are flavored waters that don't have artificial, you want me to stop the screen share again so that we can see this better? Hint is a great brand. The Zero vitamin water is a good choice. Core is a good one. And those all are good choices for not having artificial sweetener, not having sugar in them, but having some flavor. Okay. And then of course, you can just grab a lemon and put it in there. Okay. That's an option too. But, in addition to that, I want to encourage you to do better at getting it by kind of tracking it. And what I use as a reminder is simply taking 8 rubber bands and put them around your water glass right when you start off your day in the morning. And then every time you go to refill it, take 1 rubber band off and put it on your sink faucet. And then at the end of the day, they should all be gone. Then the next day, start over again. And that's your little reminder of, yeah, I had 8. If you didn't, stand there and drink the rest of them before you go to bed. Wouldn't hurt. Sound good?
Good idea.
Yeah. And those flavored water choices are good. Just make sure there's no aspartame, sucralose in them, because that's an issue. It's not cool. So Tina, we're going to keep an eye on that for you. All right. I will be your cheerleader for water. Making it. I will. Okay. That's how we do better. We learn more, and then we have people help us, accountability partners. So we will make sure we keep you on task with your water. So tip number 2, use some sweet plants instead of sugar. So your tongue actually has sweet taste buds that demand to be satisfied. That's why you crave. But the world has everything in it. Nature has everything in it that we need for healing, for satisfaction, for all the things. It really does. And so there are things like cinnamon, cloves, sweet potatoes, berries, pumpkin, nutmeg, apples. All those things will satisfy that need, because your tongue actually does need sweetness to be satisfied. But you can do it in what you're cooking with and stuff. And sweet potatoes are, oh my gosh, they have more potassium than a banana. So those are a great thing to choose. I eat them cold and nothing on them. Like, they're so good. So try that out. Then tip number 3, get more sleep. If you are constantly tired, your body's going to look for energy, and that's why it causes cravings, either for caffeine or sugar. So you've got to make time for sleep. Those hunger hormones, if they get disrupted by not getting the sleep you need, it affects your body. And your mechanism that regulates whether you're full or not doesn't know what to do. It's leptin and ghrelin are the hormones that we're talking about, but they can't function right. And they'll be like, oh, I don't know if I'm full. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so delirious because I'm tired. So get your beauty sleep. I would challenge you, just for a week, go to bed an hour earlier than you usually do and see if your cravings don't disappear. Just that one simple shift. Tip number 4, protein. That's why we're talking about protein. Eat protein foods with every single meal and snack. Think eggs for breakfast instead of cereal or oatmeal. Protein actually slows the absorption of sugar, so we don't get that big spike and that roller coaster that we talked about earlier. It actually makes you feel full longer, and it will do your body good. You know, I am telling you, I say this quite a lot. If your body gets what it needs, it gets rid of what it doesn't. Protein is key, especially for women in and beyond menopause. Protein is the number one thing that we need. It helps every single function in your body to do better. It helps repair muscle. It helps your body heal damage. It keeps your hunger at bay. Protein is just the main resource of what we need in food. A good protein-rich breakfast will do wonders and actually can curb your cravings. You probably won't even notice that you start having them throughout the day. But if you do, drink a protein shake. And I buy the chocolate ones because then it craves my need for chocolate. How many people know what you're deficient in if you have a lot of chocolate cravings?
Magnesium. Magnesium.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That
That's
protein drink that you have, can I get that at Walmart or not?
Yes. That's where I bought it.
Perfect.
So there's 2 different ones. There's Owen, this is 32 and Owen 20.
Oh,
Depending on your macros. And if you don't know your macros, ladies, just message me macros if you're wanting to know more about how to know what your macros need to be. I can fill you in on that. I have a intro to macros guide, and we can chat just so you get your own macro number, because that's important. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we're coming into winter. So you can take your protein shake, whether it's a powder shake or this, and heat it up in the microwave for hot chocolate. And that's what we should be giving the kids. Purposeful hot chocolate, right? All my
grandchildren love my protein drink.
Yeah, of course. It's like chocolate milk. It's awesome. Nice job, Grandma. Okay, tip number 5, eat full fat. Just the same as I said, choose pure cane sugar. I want you to choose full fat foods. Don't choose light or low fat, because when it says low fat, it means it's a chemical shitstorm. Okay, so don't look for fat-free, low fat, all the things. Just eat real food. Just eat what you need of it. Fuel forward. Eat all those things. If you need more ideas on what to have for a snack or a meal, let me know. I have recipe books that I can send you, high protein recipe books, things like that. And then tip number 6 is move more. Movement is essential. It releases stress, burns up that glucose in your body, and lowers your insulin. So it can keep that blood sugar on an even keel. And I said, if you can only do one thing, getting off that blood sugar roller coaster will help you feel the best. You will just have an even keel of energy. You will be more focused. It's incredible. Plus, it produces endorphins, and boosts serotonin, all the things. When you don't get enough activity, your body starts to look for other ways to get energy, and that's why it's asking you to binge on sugar. Tip number 7, create some new rituals. Here's the thing. if you're somebody who usually gets dessert after every meal, one of the things, and you kind of like just love that as a ritual, like, oh, it's nice, we're done, now let's just have a little treat. It may just be a habit. What other things do you think you could do after dinner instead of having a sugar fix? What do you guys do anything different? Or just avoid it? Here's some things.
Avoid it.
You could have herbal tea. You could have fruit, like fresh fruit salad. Dark chocolate isn't our enemy. That has antioxidants in it. Just the amount you have of it, put it in for macros. Or you could do meditation or mindfulness for 5 minutes. You could go for a walk after dinner, do some gratitude journaling. I'm telling you, one way to curb eating extra sugar is to brush and floss your teeth after you eat. Then you won't want to put some sugar in your mouth. You could play a game, listen to music, practice gratitude, write down 10 things you're grateful for. Do stretching or yoga. And the fresh breath routine is grab some mouthwash or gum without exorbital in it and put it in your mouth. And then when your mouth is fresh, you're less apt to eat sugary foods, for real. Same as brushing your teeth. Tip number 8, get busy and stay busy. Too often we eat out of boredom. So plan activities to fill your time. Make a list of things that you're going to do when craving strikes, so you're purposeful. Put a list on the fridge so that when you walk up to the fridge because you're about to grab a snack, it says, organize a room, read a book, go for a walk, create a vision board, do a workout, do something. Don't eat, right? Put that right on your fridge. A list of alternatives. And if you need to be eating, then eat something purposeful. Tip number 9, clean out your fridge. Get rid of all the stuff that you're not supposed to be eating with added sugar, artificial sweeteners. I do hope everybody will go find that sucralose, aspartame, anything in your house and ditch it now. Clear the things out. It'll lessen your struggle with trying not to eat it. And you know what? For those of us who might have people in the house who like that stuff, they shouldn't have sucralose or aspartame either. So don't feel bad about throwing that shit out. I'm just saying that. You're saving their life. You should have seen the garbage boxes full that I cleared out of my mother's house when I got here. Like, just do it. You will feel so good and so proud and so confident that you're inspiring other people to be healthy, because when they see what you do, they'll do it. And that is so gratifying. And tip number 10, since we're talking about that, is remember why. Remember why you want to kick sugar. Remember why you want to be healthier. Take time to list the issues that it actually causes when you're not eating well. How about we share some of those things? When you don't feel well, what is it? What's wrong? Like, are you tired? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? What do you feel like when you're not on point because you're eating bad?
I just like my mood just dives.
Yeah. Yeah. Or sluggish.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much sluggish. I'm just like, probably I know in my heart that I shouldn't have had it, and so and then I just feel, I just don't feel my best.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're good at your best. You're good when you're your best. Yeah. Renee, how about you? How do you feel if you're not eating well?
I feel bloated and inflamed.
Yeah. Yep. Inflammation.
And tired from it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Carrie, how about you? If you don't eat right, what do you feel like?
It's Kari, but
Sorry. Alicia.
okay. I'm used to
shame on
reminding
me.
people.
You can call me Alicia for a week, Kari. All right. That's fair.
It's okay.
Terrible.
Probably just sluggish, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Tina, what do you feel like when you don't eat well?
Mostly I feel guilty.
Oh,
And
see?
if I
I wondered
and
if
if
that
I
would
eat too
come
much
up.
sugar, then I feel anxious. It kind of
Yeah.
jacks me up, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Wow. And then I know Debbie, we've got Debbie on. She's just not on screen because she's probably running about. So you can unmute yourself. Tell us how you feel when you're not eating well. Otherwise, maybe she can't. Put in the comments. We'll see. Oh, well, if you get a chance, unmute yourself and tell us how you feel if you don't eat well. Okay. So how we're going to conquer these cravings? I've got some plans for you. How about that? We're going to eat mindfully. Okay. Binge eating and emotional eating happen on autopilot. You're eating a box of cookies, or you're eating a bag of chips, or you're eating some popcorn. You're not even paying attention. So I want you to actually start paying attention. Eating mindfully is one of the ways to become more conscious and actually change your behavior. So slow down. It can actually take up to 20 minutes for your body to recognize signs of fullness. So here we are, we eat something and we don't even wait 5 minutes and we eat something else. So seriously, if you're going to have a snack, even if it's something you shouldn't have, then have it and don't let yourself eat for 20 minutes. Or if you eat your dinner, wait 20 minutes before you decide if you're having dessert. Because it takes 20 minutes for your body to know if it's got what it needs. 20 minutes. So here's a challenge. Take 20 minutes to actually sit at the table and eat dinner for 20 minutes. Slow down how you chew. Remember the number 20 and think, chew everything you put in your mouth 20 times and take 20 minutes to eat a meal. It will change the cravings that you have and the amount of food you eat. It'll reduce overeating. And plus, it helps aid in digestion because it has the time to process it. What are your biggest cravings when it comes to sugar? Ladies, do you crave sugary drinks or dessert or candy, or what kinds of things do you guys crave that made you want to kick sugar tonight?
Mine's more chips,
Salt. Okay.
salt.
Much anything with sugar in it.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. So it's just all out of whack. I've got a solution for you. Don't worry. That's coming up.
I was going to say, I don't keep a lot of crap in my house, but
Yeah.
so if I'm hungry for something sweet, I'll dig into the raisins or the chocolate chips, but I buy the Enjoy Life, so they don't have a lot of crap in them. So I'll just give myself a little treat.
Yeah. Awesome. And you should. That's cool. That's cool. We just don't want the artificial stuff or the excess sugar and stuff. So those are great. Those are great options. Renee, what kind of sugary stuff gets you?
Well, you can give me candy, you can give me ice cream, you can give me any kind of cookie or cake. You name
Okay.
it.
Oh, all of it. Okay. All right. Well, we'll find a solution for that then. Here's the thing. Willpower, we often think I just need to have more willpower, but it's actually a limited resource and you only have so much every day. When you wake up, you have this foundation of this amount of willpower for the day. And usually we're thrown so many different things to be patient with in our day that by the time we get to 3 o'clock, when we're like craving something, we don't have enough willpower left for willpower to be the thing that'll keep us from doing it. So we don't want to plan for that. We need to have a plan beyond thinking our willpower will work. Because it already does its job, putting up with the traffic and putting up with people in line and putting up with kids and putting up with the husband and all the things, right? That willpower that keeps us from going off on everybody, it's already used up. So you don't have the willpower you need to not have the snacks. So do not count on willpower. And we can't think that depriving ourselves is going to work either. depriving, being really super strict makes you crave it even more. Especially if you're addicted, like they say we can be. Sorry. That dopamine gets out of whack, and that's our pleasure transmitter. So we've got to keep all this stuff in track, and depriving something will just put that out of whack too. I think I miss our next giveaway is coming up here in a second, I think. Okay, so depriving is actually your brain trying to fight against something. So you have to make sure that you're not doing that. Put a plan in action, get what you need, different healthy things. Tough love doesn't work either. Some people try to punish themselves if they gave in or something like that. That's not cool. One of the things in Flip This Chick we always talk about is guilt serves no purpose. So please don't allow yourself to feel guilty if you ate something you shouldn't have, you didn't work out and you should have, all the things. Like seriously, those things raise cortisol, that adds weight to your waist, that adds stress, which raises cortisol. So the tough love and the guilt and all the things just doesn't work. What we need to talk about is what really can work, and realize that our cravings themselves are a messenger of our body trying to tell you something. Like, listen, because your body's saying, don't have enough of something I need. Like we said, if you're craving chocolate, you're low in magnesium. If you're craving chips, you may have low sodium levels. We need to look at that, Lisa. Okay. My mother just ended up in ICU because of low sodium levels. That alone, low sodium can cause strokes. So, cravings are telling you something. And sometimes they're telling you something else. They're saying, am I bummed out about something? Am I frustrated by something? Is something else in your life off? And it's just trying to come up with something that'll make you feel better. Take a minute to really think about what's behind the craving and figure out if it's really an emotion that you're trying to avoid, because that's important too. You might be upset about something, ignoring something, trying not to confront somebody. And so you're reaching for something that will make you feel better about it. So it's important to look at that. Some of the other things can also be insulin resistance and diabetes, hormone imbalances, anxiety and mental health, gut infections, poor nutrition, adrenal fatigue, and of course, being low in magnesium. So there's more to cravings and the need for sugar than just that. So I want you to pay attention to your body and listen and realize that when we start giving our body what it does need, those things go away and your body doesn't have to give you different messages anymore because it's happy. It has what it needs. So now we're going to shift to what you can do about it over this next week. I want to invite you all to participate in a 5-day sugar detox. Now, we learned a lot of stuff today, right? It was a lot. And maybe it's enough. Maybe you guys got some good ideas. You're like, oh, I never thought of that. Maybe the top 10 tips on what to do when you have a craving or what to do is enough. I'm going to send you this PDF. You can resort to it anytime. Okay. And maybe that's enough. And that's cool. I'm happy. That's why we did it. Because my goal is to help you however I can. But for those of you who are like, I really want to do this, fix this. What can I do? You have great ideas, but I don't know what to do. This sugar detox might be the perfect thing. We're going to start it officially on Monday. It's going to be 5 days, daily support, one-on-one call on day 4. We're first going to start. I'm going to arm you with everything that you need. You're going to have these next few days to prepare for it, to know, oh, what should I have in the house? What should I get rid of? How do I do this? Blah, 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 right? You're going to have that. And then we'll get started Monday. I'll reach out to you daily. And on day 4, I'm going to do a one-on-one call with you to find out how you're feeling, what happened, get feedback, what worked, what didn't, talk about the results, and the next step beyond that, how you can continue to. Now, this sugar detox is going to be just $10 a day to do it. So it's $50 total. So if any of you want to jump in to do that, you can. I will send you a link so that you can. Maybe I can just drop it in the chat. Let me see if I can do that. You know what? Did everybody get a text from me tonight as a reminder to hop on? You all did. Okay. I will drop the link for you right in the text so that it's at your fingertips, because that's sometimes a better way to go, right? Well, let me grab that. Because and then I want to just take a few minutes to answer any questions that you guys have, either about the detox or about the things we talked about. Did it trigger questions? Did it trigger what you want to know about anything Flip This Chick, or what you've got going on with your own personal challenges? While I find the link for you. Any questions, ladies? Or you're all good? I answered them.
Where can we find the 10 tips? I
The
saw
top
it.
10 tips?
I saw the, well, to use in substitution for the sugar, like the celery sticks with the vegan cream cheese. Where can we find that?
Oh, great. So, actually, let me pull up, let's see, I've got, oops. All right, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I also have this top 10 tips to detox from sugar. I can send you this, okay? And that's going to be in your email coming anyway. So I wanted to pull it up to show you guys that this will be coming. It's a quick, easy reference. I'll send you the full PDF of what we did tonight, but this way you have this easy list. Remove temptations, clean out your fridge, plan for snacks, stay hydrated, okay? And that way you can look at it every day and be like, oh, okay, what do I got going on? Okay. Then in the 5-day sugar detox, what we're going to do is on a daily basis, you're going to have this this daily checklist kind of what I ate, did I get enough water, how am I feeling? And this will be the 5-day sugar detox success manual that you'll have coming to you. 5 days of exactly what to do, how to work through it. You'll get an email every day walking you through what to do for the day. And this has 5 steps on how to take part in this 5-day challenge. And by the end of it, in 5 days, your body can stop craving sugar for real. Like, it's life-changing when you actually eliminate it and have the support to make that happen. I'll be doing it along with you, and every single day we'll connect via text, email, all the things to make sure that you're like, oh no, I've got to do this. It's only 5 days. We can do anything for 5 days, right? And it's kind of like that when I don't know if you guys have ever tried to kick caffeine. Back when I told you I drank 6 cans of pop a day, I quit it not only because I was shaken from the sugar, but because of the caffeine addiction. And I have not, my son is 25, so I have not had any caffeine or a soda in 27 years.
Wow.
Ever. Never. So you know, and I mean, I think you guys see me on social media. Like, you know, I am busy, I am active, I have energy. I haven't ever needed to get it from either one of those things. Getting what your body needs really will have you feeling well all the time. And it's amazing. That's why we flip the script to be healthy. And just beginning with this 5-day sugar detox can do that. It can just be a simple good start. But I will send you the PDF, Renee, of this entire thing. And then I'll send you that the top 10 tips here, so that you have that list too. Okay. And you know, and then for those of you that jump in to do the 5-day sugar detox, you will get all that information along with the daily emails and such. And then we'll do that one-on-one call to really wrap up to say, how am I feeling? What's going on? And how we can help to make sure that moving forward, you're feeling so much better. Okay. Awesome. We have another drawing. I'm not forgetting. It's 3 minutes over. So, all right. So let's see. Lisa, Kathy. Oh, she hopped off. Okay. I'm trying to see who I should have pick it. Renee, did you pick a number? Kari, did you pick a number yet? Okay.
I have not.
But first of all, I get an A+ for getting that right.
You did. Okay, I'm going to pick the number 27 since it's my daughter's 27th birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, daughter. That's nice.
Yes, I have 3 of them.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Fantastic. So Kathy is a winner. She had to hop off, but Kathy Dorman. So I will let her know she was the next winner. So 7:15, 7:30, 7:45. And we have one more because I missed it on the top of the hour. So I need Renee to pick a number.
I want to pick Kari's. Someone.
She has, well, then pick a number between 1 and 60.
Kari, what's your favorite number other than 27?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Do you have a favorite number?
Do I have a favorite number? How about 14? I was born on the 14th of January.
Okay, I picked 14.
Awesome. And that's Kari.
Oh, seriously? Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, not for kidding. I'm serious. Look.
Oh my gosh,
20.
that is funny.
Oh my
End of
God.
20.
Well, thank you, Renee.
Nice job. Okay. Oh my gosh, ladies, thanks. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for your interest. Did you guys feel like you got some good nuggets here tonight?
Yes, thank you.
Shared a lot of good stuff.
Were you shocked?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm shocked when I come up with this stuff. Like, I'm like, this is why I have to do it. Because when I learn something like this, I'm always like, holy shit, people need to know.
Yeah.
I got to tell somebody. I need to tell everybody.
And I will just share too, because I'm a health coach as well, but I recently did a talk on just, health, being healthy. But one of the things I mentioned was the 17 teaspoons of sugar, which women or which the average American consumes.
Yeah.
But the American Heart Association actually recommends that women consume no more than 6 teaspoons or about 25 grams. I'm sorry, maybe it's the other way around. Yeah, but it's like a third of what we usually eat.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I remember my kids range from 23 to 35. And so for 35 years, I have checked cereal boxes and wouldn't ever let my kids buy cereal that had more than 6 grams of sugar in it.
Oh, and most of them do.
But I mean, if you can just find those little things to be like, here's our limit. We can have it, but here's our standard. No high fructose corn syrup ever. No enriched anything, because if it says enriched, it means they suck the life out of it and put something artificial in. And in sugar or a granola bar or something like that, no more than 6 grams of sugar. When we set just simple standards like that, then it's not saying what we can't have, it's saying what we can have. And it changes your relationship with food into something you're in control of.
I like that you said 4 grams in a teaspoon of sugar. So now I can look at, it says 4 grams. I know, okay, that's a teaspoon.
Yes.
And now how to look at.
Yeah.
what it
Yeah. Am I
represents.
willing to have 17 teaspoons in
Yeah.
this coffee?
Sugar, that's like 6 teaspoons, that's a lot.
Yeah. Right? It's a lot. Even in soup.
Even in soup.
I'm like, seriously? Now I want to share with you though, like this is a good alternative. I bought this for my mother to have. Like I bought this on purpose. These other things I didn't. But this I bought because she doesn't need to worry about the amount of calories she has or the sugar she has. She needs to consume food. But I made sure there is no red dye in here, in tomato, anything. That is something to look at. There is no, it's non-GMO, no artificial colors, no artificial sweetener, and the sugar, the protein is 3 grams. Oftentimes, like a tomato soup is 1 gram of protein. So, what we need to do is our best. We don't have to be perfect. And we need to look at each person independently. That's what we do in the Flip This Chick program. Like, it's not like you don't like get in the program, and it's an 8-week transformation program. You don't just get in the program and we go, oh, here's this, just watch that stuff and do it at your leisure. No. It's one-on-one, and we talk every week and we communicate every day. And, like what you need matters. Everybody needs a different protein number. Everybody needs different macros. Everybody needs a different level of, what you like and what you don't. And so it's important to identify what's okay to have and who it is. So, full disclosure, like I want to say some of the things, all that other crap I'm throwing out. I ran to the store just for you guys so that I could do this science project. But this is purposeful because she needs that. But anyway, I hope it was really helpful to you guys. And I hope you'll jump in to do the 5-day sugar detox. It's going to be fun and revealing, I think, really revealing to see at the end of that 5 days how we feel. So I'm excited to do it, even myself, and generally I eat well, but I'm going to be like, okay, exactly this. And so that's going to be fun. So I want to thank you guys for coming. I will send you the link to the detox program, and I'm going to send you the PDF for this and all the things. Also, the link for the community is right in your emails. So jump in there. I'm in there daily, as well as those top 10 tips on Tuesdays. So if any of you feel like you are just ready for, more support than that, let me know, and we can connect for a momentum call or a strategy call and do what you need now. That's my passion and purpose. So let me know how I can help you. Okay.
And I have a question. So
Okay.
if we want something, where do we go to look for something?
Thanks for asking. Actually, you can go to flipthischick.com, and
Okay.
in that you can schedule a strategy call, a momentum call, look at more information about the program. And of course, you can come into the Flip This Chick community on Facebook or find me on Instagram at alicia.flipthischick on Instagram. And actually, I'm all over social media. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me and whatever your platform is, look up Flip This Chick on it. And don't forget, each of you needs to go to Etsy, the Flip This Chick shop, and pick out your stuff. Okay. And so reply to me to let me know what you want in there, and I'll get it sent your way. So I'm going to need your address, say what you want, what the size is, if it's closed, and your address, and I'll get it coming your way. Okay. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.